It's time for another Dice Tower review with the Chief, Bart Brunsheen.
This is the Chief coming to you with another Dice Tower review. I'm also known as Bart Brunsheen. Today I'm going to cover Flash Duel. It's a game by David Sirlin Games, also did Yomi, Puzzle Strike, and it actually uses the exact same characters. So all three of these kind of came out at the same time. We'll take a closer look in a bit, but just to kind of give you an overview of some of the bits. You can see some character cards here. I have Rook and then Grave Stormborn right here, and I'll show you some more of what their special cards do. Should be noted that David Sirlin does give a nod, says that the inspiration for Flash Duel is definitely from Knizia's On Guard, and it plays very, very similar as far as the board and moving your players back and forth, but you're going to be using the special characters and some of their special abilities on top of the numbers that they use, and a few little different things. So real quick components. This is the board you'll be kind of dancing back and forth on. It's made out of wood. At least I have the Deluxe version. I picked up the Deluxe version. I don't know if there's the regular version out right now or not. So you got wood pieces that fit together. Deluxe version comes in a wood box. Kind of all fits together nice. Kind of a nice little deal. Two little red and blue wooden characters, and you've got actually these wooden coins that come with it. I've sleeved the cards just because they're going to get shuffled around a lot, and I don't know when this will be or how often it'll be produced, so I wanted to protect the cards. So you have your normal number cards, 1 through 5, and then you've got your deck of all the special character cards, which I'll get into and we can show later in a little bit more. All the exact same characters from both Yomi and Puzzle Strike, so nothing new there if you're familiar with the characters. It even, of course, stays true to their special abilities and their little moves and all that kind of stuff. So, all right, we'll go in and take a closer look. All right, we're looking at Flash Duel. Normally these are not face up. Each player has 3 unique cards that are specific to their character. Each player starts on their opposing start marker. These tokens are to keep track of wins. Games are actually pretty fast in here, and you play the best 3 out of 5. So if you win a match, you get to keep a token. This is Rook. All right. Rook has 3 special moves. Everybody has 3 special moves. You'll recognize Rock Armor, Thunderclap, and the Windmill Crusher. On the individual card, you'll see there's like a little marker area that says when you can use it. So you could use this card when the opponent dashing strikes you. I'll explain that in a bit. In this case, you dashing strike using a 1 as the strike. So we'll get into that a little bit. Of course, this last one is just you attack with a 1. So you want to know how these work. All right, I'll explain to you. On top of your special character cards, you have a hand of 5 just cards that are numbered 1 through 5. And there's 5 of each type in the deck. How you win is by attacking your opponent, and if he can't block it or retreat, you knock him down, and that's a win. All right, to show you an attack is, by the way, here's the cards I have in my hand, just so you can see. An attack is if you can play a card that is the exact number away from your opponent, it's an attack. So if I played my 2, 1, 2, it's the exact number away, I played the card, and if I had extra 2s, I could play them in, because in order for my opponent to block, he's got to match the cards that I played. So if my opponent had a 2, you could just simply throw it out there, boom, block my attack, it's over. And a dashing strike, you move forward. So if I move forward 3, 1, 2, 3, and then I had a 2, I could come in and play, and the same rule applies. I could play just 1 of them, but that might be pretty darn easy to block. You can play 2 of a kind, or I could play up to 3 of a kind. So if I had something in my hand, now of course you only got a hand of 5, But if I had this, I could do my dashing move up, and then my dashing strike is to then add in the cards, and he'd have to block it. So what you get is a lot of movement back and forth. Whenever you retreat in the game, you skip your next turn, but you will draw back to your level of 5. So he'll end up losing a turn, which is pretty devastating, and if he was in this spot, he's well off to losing the game. So again, in the game, you have a simple move, play a card, move 2. You have a strike, which is if you're the exact number away, so this would be a strike, 1, 2. You have a push, so if I was adjacent to the character and I played the card, there would be a push and he would instead go back 2. And then you have the dashing strike. A dashing strike would be to, in this case, move 1, and then I have my 2. That's incorrect. If he was here, then he would have the 2, and that would be a dashing strike. So your movement and then your attack that has to match. And then, of course, you got a retreat move and the block move that the opponent has. So that's really as easy as the moves and the cards go. And then you just have your characters that have all their unique abilities. So Rook is very strong, so he has some a little bit of powerful attack, and of course he can block. So very good game. You can see they're fast, so it goes bang, bang, bang. I've had them go over and be done in 2 minutes. It's just simply done. Guy had a set of cards, pulled off the move. You're always wondering what's in the other guy's hand, so there's still some of that Yomi guessing. What does he have? What can I pull off? And it's all in a nice little package. So in review, I like Flash Duel. The extra little thing it adds, I'd played on guard before, and I actually like that as well, kind of as a quick 2-person filler. I do a lot of 2-person games. My wife generally won't play this with me. She has played it. I'm not sure if she's a fan. She's played Yomi with me too. I like Yomi a lot, but she won't really play it. So she's not against it, it's just not her thing. But I love having a big stash of 2-player games, and you can move through this one very quickly. And I like to kind of have it on the shelf so I can pull out. So I like Flash Duel. I like that the characters are the same. I already knew kind of what they do from Yomi, so it's very easy for me to pull this out. It's got a different, it's clearly a different feel from Yomi. So it is a unique game, and I like them so much. I'm not just a collector of the Sirlin system because I don't have Puzzle Strike, but I wanted this one. I almost bought the Kinesium one, and this one just adds a little bit extra to it. Kind of puts it over the top. Flash Duel, good game. See you guys. Chief, I'm out.
Thanks for watching our review today. For more information about board games, as well as the #1 board game audio podcast, check out Dicetower.com for reviews, interviews, and more. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.
Yeah?